Hi everybody, this is Lord Mayhem again, bringing you the second part of the Horizon Insanity walkthrough for Mass Effect 2. As you can see, we've picked up right where we left off. I'm going to grab some power cells and then through the front section here to pick up the biotic damage upgrade that I had mentioned in the previous video. I've also spent some time going around picking up any clips that happen to be lost in the area. There really wasn't much to be had, but it is enough to bring me back up to full. And that's going to be important because right away, as soon as we open this door, we're heading into a rather hairy fight. I'll skip over the door opening. What we've got here is quite possibly one of the hairiest fights in Insanity, and what I just found out that is it's an entirely optional fight. As you can see, there's 10 husks and 2 scions, and it was a pain in the ass. Turns out, you don't have to do it at all. Thanks to Bald Wombat, happened to mention, hey, you can shoot these scions before ever entering the area. I didn't see them at first, it took a little looking around, but they're there on either side of the wall. With a sniper rifle, and hopefully if you have the Widow, you'll have better luck than I have, you'll be able to snipe these guys. If you don't have the Widow, you'll be forced to sit here and peg away at them. I'll skip away through about half of the actual firing, but between warp, concussive shot, and my sniper rifle, I was able to bring down the first scion with little or no difficulty. You can't actually hit it in a vulnerable area, but you can wear it down with enough fire. Now come back over to the left, and you can just see the edge of this guy's gun. First couple times I did this, I wasn't able to kill him until I figured out this trick. I don't know if you can see it there, but with concussive shot or warp, you hit the scion, and he turns to face you, and you can just catch the edge of his head. It's especially easy with concussive shot, right there. With warp you can do it too, but as you can see the screen jiggles around some, so you can't really single out on the head in the half a second you get to really shoot him. It is absolutely worth it. I'm out of sniper rifle ammo almost entirely, but just not having to deal with 2 scions makes this whole level so much easier. And if you notice, none of the husks spawn if you kill the 2 scions. So in reality, you get a free wave. Grab all the ammo you can, fill up whatever you can with sniper rifle fire. Immediately after hitting the terminal in the cinematic, send your squad up here. You want to send them up before you can actually place them in position just to get them moving, because time is really of the essence. Directly across the area there'll be an assassin that drops down. They're too far away so you can't see the nameplate at the top to see which one's which, but one's an assassin and one's a regular drone. Either way, if you take them out quickly before they start firing at you or get in position, it'll make your job so much easier. At this point you want to keep an eye on the left side of the area. You can see the 2 husks fall down and they'll start charging at you. You're going to want to take them out as soon as possible, because at some point during the wave the Harbinger will charge your position. Normally you can take out a few drones before that happens. I unfortunately lucked out and he charged me early. By the way, watch this, the second shot that the Harbinger shoots at you, the one that's has a black flame around it. You have to watch out for those because it has an impact that knocks you back and will cause you to fall out of cover, which of course in Insanity is usually enough to get you killed if you're in any way damaged. So the trick is, when the fireball is coming towards you, if you move in one direction, it will track your position, but if you then turn in the other direction, it can't compensate in time, and usually you can cause it to swerve around you. So right now all I'm trying to do is eliminate the remainder of the drones before another Harbinger spawns. Unfortunately, if you look to the left in about 2 seconds, you'll see another couple of collectors come over the wall. It's like the second half of this wave. They don't all trickle in at once, but it's enough to keep a steady supply of drones that a Harbinger can take over. As long as you don't have a Harbinger spawn though, the drones won't charge your position, so really you can just hang back and let them come to you. Alright, that's the end of the wave. Run down, fill up all your ammunition, If you look straight ahead there on the upper right, you can see the power cells you can also use to refill some of your sniper ammo. I didn't go and do that in time because the wave spawns almost immediately after the first wave is done. Now for this wave you want to order your squad into cover to kind of act as covering fire. There'll be 4 husks that charge straight at you. Make sure to move into this southwestern part of the area. It won't be too hard to kill the husks. They've got a lot of run up, and supplement the biotics with your gunfire. These guys actually made it a little bit too close for comfort, but 4 husks aren't really an issue. Grunt there took care of 2 himself. Oh, now he decides to be effective. In any case, hang back with your sniper rifle. All the collectors will be coming from the northeast side, and once again, aside from the Harbinger, none of the collectors will advance on your position. In fact, in this particular stage, for whatever reason, the Harbinger didn't advance at all. At the same time, though, I wasn't able to find many targets right away. It took a little bit of time for me to get in a position where I could actually hit a target, but you still want to hang back as much safety as possible. Try to avoid letting your life get as low as I just did, but otherwise this is a straight up fight. Try to hang back, use your sniper as much as possible. If you run out of sniper rifle ammo, you can try circling around to the right hand side. Well, that was a close shave right there. Try circling around the right hand side. You can go back to your previous position if you've eliminated a few of the drones in the area. It is important though that they're really whittled down before you go back up there, because there are 2 assassins that can keep you pinned down while the Harbinger advances on your position. It's really tough to defend that area with so many drones coming in the northeast corner. Since we're just playing cleanup at this point, one thing I wanted to mention about the first battle is the Guardians with their energy shields are really a pain in the ass. Because of the amount of cover that's in the area, they can throw up an energy shield and it's very difficult to get a shot off on them, which really improves the possibility that a second Harbinger will spawn at some point during the first wave. The best thing to do is to take them out as quickly as possible, either when they first show up or as they're maneuvering from place to place, out from behind their energy shield. But if you wait and let them throw up a shield, it's almost impossible to hit them, and of course that just means a new Harbinger will come in, which will be bad for everyone. So here we're back in the original position. Now that the enemy's been worn down a little bit, not many drones in the area, we can do this safely. Usually if there's only 1 or 2 drones, feel free to try maneuvering in this direction. All that's left now is that 1 Guardian and of course the Harbinger. At this point, if you want to bring in your squad, that's fine. If there's just 1 enemy left, they're not going to die, and even if they do, they'll be revived again automatically at the end of the wave, which is right there. You have about 5 seconds before the cinematic starts. Run around, pick up whatever ammo happens to be left on the ground, grab the power cells if you haven't already. I haven't had to use any med kits yet, which is frankly kind of shocking, but grab a couple that are in the area before the Praetorian comes. You may need them in the final wave. This one gave me some trouble for a while until I figured out what the trick is. First of all, order your squad to the edge of the area, just anywhere out of the immediate area of the Praetorian. You want to stay behind this cover for the time being. The Praetorian, when it approaches you, it has 2 main attacks. It has the double particle beam that you see there, and it also has the slam attack where it activates its biotic barrier. Now, there you are. Now, there's 2 parts to it. The initial slam, which will stagger you and knock you back. That'll leave you vulnerable for about 5 seconds, after which it has a second area effect attack, which will severely damage you and kill any squad members that happen to be in the area. Unless they're at full health, they'll almost certainly die. Keep maneuvering from cover to cover. The slam attack will occur at regular intervals, or when you come into close proximity to the Praetorian. So what you want to do is stay back a little ways from him and just circle around this wall in the middle of the area next to the transmitter. You can keep track of the Praetorian by the targeting reticle around him, even when he's behind the wall, and that's important to do because sometimes he will reverse directions and come back around towards you instead of circling around the same direction all the time. What you want to do is swap back and forth. I have the collector particle beam because I picked it up while recording this level. It may not be the best choice for this area, but if you happen to do pick it up, it is actually quite useful because it does 1.5 times damage to biotic barriers. Once the barrier comes down, swap back for whatever weapon you happen to have. For me, the Revenant does more damage to armor than the particle beam does, so I just keep swapping back and forth, circling this tall wall. Once again, the key is to not get close enough to the Praetorian that it activates the slam attack as often. It will frequently, but if you get into close proximity, it will trigger it in addition to the normal timed activation. So every time it comes down, it activates the biotic barrier, which of course makes your life even more difficult. Another key is to avoid getting hung up on the boxes in the area. There's a few small boxes that when you're trying to shoot at the Praetorian, you can't see your feet. You sometimes tag it and get stuck on the geometry. You can see it happens to me a couple of times in this video. Just be sure that when you're coming around a corner, you're not backing up and happen to run into it and as a result die. So just keep circling around it. It'll always focus its attention on you unless a squad member happens to run like directly up to it, in which case they'll almost certainly die in the slam attack. But another thing you should do, I'm not sure if I did it here in the video or not, but get your squad over onto this side of the area once you've maneuvered to the wall. Just set them to cover at the edges of the area where they can support you with random gunfire. Oh wow, that was really close. By the way, have a look at how much life it has left. It has literally no life left. I should have just charged at it to finish it off, but unfortunately too much playing on an insanity level has bred that instinct out of me. So his barrier comes back up and I gotta start all over again. In any case, keep circling around this wall and the transmitter, avoiding any of these boxes and avoiding its fire, and keep an eye out for it reversing direction and you'll have it dead in no time. Well, this has been the second part of the Horizon Insanity walkthrough for Mass Effect 2. I'm Lord Mame. Thanks for watching.